albatross around your neck. All the things you've said and the things you've done, can you carry it with no regrets? Can you stand the person you've become? Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Your albatross, let it go, let it go. Your albatross, shoot it down, shoot it down. When you just can't shake the heavy weight to live in, stepping forward into the day, shrugging off the dust and memories, though it's soaring still above your head. It is out of sight and none shall see. After a long and stressful day, you come back home, have dinner, watch your favorite show, and then finally head to bed. You rest your head against the pillow and slowly begin to doze off. But then, suddenly, out of the blue, it strikes. You recall every single horrible decision you've ever made in your life. That, fellow Toastmasters, is what we call an albatross. A seemingly inescapable moral or emotional burden, as of guilt or responsibility. Though originally an albatross meant a mob of seagulls. But after Samuel Coleridge, a poet, used it to describe a man who had to wear an albatross around his neck as a reminder of his evil deeds, the word was used to describe such feelings. Yes, our emotional burdens are a mob of evil seagulls, because once that feeling hits you, it will break you, crush you under its weight, make you feel like the most worthless human being that ever existed. And I am sure many of you have experienced this at some point in your life. It left you choking so badly to the point that you eventually had to give in to the thought that it was always there, that it was just the weight of living. However, did it ever occur to you that you may be actually killing yourself slowly? 2 words: emotional stress. Yes, it causes emotional stress. And it's downhill from there. Thinking of our past, believing that the constant reminder to never make the same mistake again and run away is the right solution. To reject, change. Many, however, this is exactly what causes anxiety and emotional stress. And even though we know this, we continue to deny. Many hesitate in the face of change, because change means loss. But if we don't accept a little change, we may lose everything. I had to learn this the hard way. For 4 years, I ran away from change. Because my albatross kept haunting me, reminding me of that one traumatizing situation that just kept breaking me down over and over again. For 4 years, I cosplayed, but never laid foot on stage. Because the first time I did, I got stage fright. I had no idea what to do. Everything just shut down, and I felt like my whole world was crumbling. Because even after the event was over, every time I remembered how I acted on stage, my stomach would just shrink, and I would literally fall on the floor and not move. I am not exaggerating because this actually happens. As many of us refuse to speak of it, I am standing here speaking about it. But after 4 years, my friend finally convinced me to perform with her. And on that night, my flash suddenly decided it was a great idea to just not work. And you know what? It actually was. Because from lip syncing, I suddenly had to perform live and actually sing. For the first time in my life, I had to shut down my mind in a good way, forget every single flaw I had, and just stand there and give all my might. And you know what? On that day or night, I discovered a talent that I never knew I had in me. I can make ears bleed with a very high-pitched voice. And you know what? It wasn't much of a big deal, or it wasn't as bad as I made it seem in my mind. And even after that, I actually won first place twice. So certainly, if we change the way we view an albatross, it wouldn't be as bad as we make it seem. So just look back at your albatross and shoot it down with a smile. Because change brings loss, a good loss. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fatima. Moving on to our fourth speaker, to evaluate her and to describe the objectives that she needs to meet. Let me introduce Agent Smith, who is going to introduce himself in 3 seconds. Agent Smith.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Introduce yourself in 3 seconds.
1, 2, 3, gun. Being part of the Matrix, my name is actually Agent Smith. Actually, it's Sumit because I'm Sri Lankan and can. So, being part of the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are faced with and what we have to deal with. And my speaker here is going to try and entertain us in the Matrix by completing her CC6, which is vocal variety. Her objectives are use voice volume, pitch, rate, and quality to reflect and add meaning and interest to your message. Use pauses to enhance your message. Use vocal variety smoothly and naturally. I would wish my speaker the best of luck and over to you.
Thank you very much. Tonight we have a Catwoman who is going to do CC6, speech entitled Rest of the Days. She wants to be appreciated because she has not actually done any harm to anyone. She stole from bad people, so she should be appreciated for doing that. Toastmaster Mary.